Hi guys, happy Monday, and this is your numeracy for today. So this is your ornamental starter, guys. I would like to complete these questions and then pause it because on the next slide you will see the answers. So number 1, what is 3.2 multiplied by 10? Remember, when you are multiplying, your number is increasing, so along your place value chart your numbers move to the left and by once because you have one placeholder in the number 10. It's same again for number 2, you're multiplying 1.75 by 10. However, you have tenths and hundredths because you have the decimal place there. But still the same method. You have your place value chart and you move your numbers once to the left because of the one placeholder in the number 10. And number 3, you're going to work out 1 and 1/3 plus 2 and 5 9ths. And you must always remember that the denominator has to be the same. So how on earth can you get 3 to get to be 9? And you know that 9 is a multiple of 3. And so whatever you do to the denominator, you will do to the numerator. And number 4, you are going to use column method to calculate 1,765 kilograms plus 218 kilograms. And it's really important there to remember your place value and your position of the number. So you start with your smallest value and then go along to your highest value, which is your thousands in this case. Good luck. So here are your answers, guys. I hope you got them all correct and had a really good go. And if you didn't, think about where you went wrong. And let's move on now. Now, just before we move on to our main task, we're going to have a recap of the learning that we've already covered so far in this unit. Number 1, what number is represented in the place value chart? Would like you to write it in words and numerals. Number 2, write each decimal as a fraction: 0.7, 0.42, 0.73 and 0.88. And number 3, what is the value of the digit 6 in the decimal 41.986? You press pause now before looking at the answers on the next slide. And here are your answers, guys. So number 1, what number is represented in the place value chart? 0.243. We have no ones in the ones column, but I have tenths, hundredths and thousands. Number 2, write each decimal as a fraction. So I know that 0.7 would be 7/10. You may have said 70 over 100. That is absolutely fine, but we know that 70 100ths is 7/10 is its simplest form, so that's the equivalent fraction there. For 0.42, you have 42 hundredths, and again that can be simplified to 21 50th, and you can see that it's been halved, so divided by 2. 0.73, 73 hundredths, so with imagining our 100 square, there would be 73 equal parts shaded out of 100. And then we have 0.88, which is 88 hundredths, and then simplified down, divided by 2 would be 44 50ths, and then again divided by 2 to make it even simpler would be 22 25ths. And number 3, what is the value of the digit 6? So in 41.986, you should know that it was in the thousands column, and you could have used your place value chart at the top there to help you with that. So our main task today is our hot task, and it is your opportunity to show off how much you have learned over the past 2 weeks on our unit decimals. And so if you are completing it on Teams, there'll be 3 questions and then an answer sheet, and that is over 4 pages. And if you are completing it on a paper pack, just you can write your answers next to the question or even on the answer page. That's absolutely fine. I'd like you to attempt each question, and then you can check your answers to see how many you got correct. On Teams, please go back and edit and improve by using purple font. Just put in the answer underneath so you can see how much difference there is between your answer and the correct answer if you unfortunately got that incorrect. And then on your paper pack, again, watching the video and using purple pen or a different coloured pen at home to correct your answer. Good luck with it, guys. You should pause the video now before revealing the answers. Remember, please don't cheat. Be honest with yourself, because you'll only be cheating yourself. We want to see how much you've improved in decimals over these past few weeks. Good luck. So here are your answers to questions 1 to 3. Number 1, Donna makes a number using some counters. You can see that she has got 3 ones 2 lots of tenth counters and 5 lots of hundredth counters. So it's about filling in those gaps there, and the decimal is 3.25. In number 2, in the number 32.8, which digit is in the ones place? So I'm thinking about my place value chart. I know that 3 is in the tens. I have 3 tens, 30, and I have 2 lots of ones, so that's 2. And then in the number 32.8, which digit is in the tenth place? Okay, so there is my tens, there are my ones, and there's my decimal point. So I know then that 8 is in the 10th position on the place value chart, and it's the smallest value in that decimal. And then number 3, what is 1.603 add 5 hundredths? And if I'm looking at my number, imagining my place value chart, I have ones, decimal place, tenths, hundredths, and thousandths, and my question is asking me to add 5 hundredths. So it's going to replace the placeholder there, and I'm going to add in the 5 hundredths as so, and it will give me the decimal 1.653. Well done if you got those questions correct, and if not, remember to edit and improve with purple font on Teams or in purple pen or a different colour on your paper pack. So these are the answers to questions 4 to 6. So at number 4, Philip writes a number in a place value grid, and it's 1.9. You can see that there is 1 in the ones column and 9 tenths. So Philip multiplies his number by 10. So we increase by 10, and therefore we are moving on our place value chart once to the left because I have 1 placeholder. So write down his answer in the place value grid. Your new answer should be 19. Now I don't need to say 19.0, but the 0 is there to show that I have no tenths. And then again, Philip multiplies his starting number, so 1.9 by 100. And you have to write down his answer in the place value grid. So we moved our digits twice to the left now because there are 2 placeholders in 100. And so if I move that twice, you can see it 1 would go there, and then my 9, 1, 2. Okay, and then I wouldn't finish there. Remember, placeholders are really important, and I must have had that in my ones column. So just using that place value chart with the beginning starting number, it gives me the answer of 190. Number 5, fill in the missing numbers. 27 divided by 10. Now, with division, we no longer move to the left, remembering our little song, every little number move to the left. We are moving to the right when we divide because our answer, our number, is decreasing in size. And again, we are only moving once to the right because we have 1 placeholder. If you use the place value chart, you'd realise that we'd have 27 in the place value chart like that, and we'd move the 7 into the tenths column, and then my 2 tens into the ones column. So then I'd have 2.7, which is correct there. 25.9 multiplied by 10, I am moving to the left by 1. Once moving to the left because I have 1 placeholder, which gives me the answer of 259. And then I've finally got 3.65 multiplied by something gives me 365. Now remember, when you are increasing, which is you're using multiplying by whatever number it will be, you move to the left. And with this, you can see that it's moved twice because 6 has moved to the other side of the decimal point, and so has 5. That means we've multiplied by 100. Again, if we had that the other way around, it was dividing, we'd be able to see that 365 divided by 100 would be 3.65. So using that understanding of commutative law. Number 6, Tom travels 2.3 miles to school. Amy travels 4 times further than Tom. How far does Amy travel? So we're using our multiplication skills here. We have 4 lots of 2.3. Remember, if we're using our skill of multiplying using our column method, we should be able to just keep that stubborn decimal point in the correct place, and the answer gives us 9.2 miles. again, if you have got these correct, well done. And if you haven't, don't worry, you can go back, edit, improve your answer with purple font on Teams or with purple pen or a different colour at home. Number 7, our question is, what is 6.9 divided by 3? So we're sharing 6.9 between 3 people. So if I've got £6.9 divided by 3, and I can use my bus stop method there, or I will know my multiples of 3. I know that 2 lots of 3 go into 6 and 3 lots of 3 go into 9. And remembering my decimal point is really stubborn, so it does not move, and my answer is 2.3. Number 8, we're going to match the decimals with the equivalent fraction, so the decimals are equal to the fraction, and you can see that 0.25 joins to 1/4, 0.4 matches with 2/5, and 0.5 matches with 3/6. I'll just quickly run through those and the reasons why. If I was to multiply 0.25 by 4, I would have 1 whole, and I know that 4 lots of 25 go into 100, but our number here is just 100 times smaller, so 4 lots of 0.25 make that whole, but I only have 1 out of that full quarter, or 1 out of those 4, so 0.25 equals 1/4. 0.4 would equal 40%, and 2/5. We know that 20%, we know we need 5 lots of 20 to make 100, so I've got 2 lots of that, which gives me 40%, or as a decimal 0.4. And then 0.5 is equivalent to a half, and we know that when the numerator is a half of the denominator, it equals a half. So even as a simplified fraction, 3/6 would equal a half, which is represented in 0.5 there. Number 9, a pack of pens costs 3 times as much as a single pen. Together they cost £7.20. How much does a single pen cost? So you're using your division here, and our answer is £1.80. On to the final 3 questions and the answers for these. So number 10, Lisa says that 23/50 is less than 0.5, and you was asked, do you agree with Lisa, and explain your answer. And yes, it's because 0.5 is equivalent to a half. It'd be 50% as a percentage, and 1/2 as a fraction, like so. And we know that if it was if they were equivalent, we'd know that the numerator has to be a half of the denominator. So we know that 23/50 is less than 0.5. And number 11, Sally and her friends share 3 chocolate bars. They each get 0.75 of a chocolate bar. So it's that understanding of 0.75 and its equivalent fraction being 3/4. How many friends did Sally share the chocolate bar with? And that is 3. And then number 12, Bargain Busters sell 4 cans of soup for £3.76. Cost Cutters sell 3 cans of soup for £2.85. Which shop sells the cheapest soup? You was asked to explain your answer. So Bargain Busters is 94p per can, and Cost Cutters is 95p per can. So we work out that Bargain Busters is cheaper, and we have used our division there, our division skills, to complete that exercise. Well done, guys. Again, you need to go back to your answer, write in purple font underneath your original answer to show that you've looked at these answers and you're going to edit and improve, and then on paper pack using purple pen or a different colour. Well done to those that got that had a really good go and had and put all their effort in and secured a good amount of marks. And if you didn't, don't worry, because we've gone through the answers and there's a reason for that. I'll see you for tomorrow's lesson. Bye.